How are you, YouTube? Marvelous. Prime Gundam here with another Let's Play Gundam War video. In this video we'll be looking at the battle step and showing some of what you need to know to exhaust your opponent's nation pile and crush any foolish Space Noid rebellion. So, quick reminder, the phases of the game are the reroll phase, the draw phase, the assign phase, and the battle and end phase. But the battle phase is unique because it's also divided into its own 5 separate phases. Its 5 phases are the attack step, the defense step, the resolution step, the return step, and the end step. And the end step is this end step. At the end of battle, you end your turn. And about to go into detail of what those steps mean. In the attack step, that's when the attacker brings their units or their squads to Earth into space to deal damage to their opponent's nation pile. The defense step is where the opponent or the defender assigns his or her units or squads to prevent the attack. The resolution step is, of course, the resolution. You resolve the battle, you apply card effects and damage. The return step, you move all surviving unit cards back to their station areas. And the end step of battle is the end phase of the turn, is where you adjust your hand back to 6. Now, important things you need to know. Units in roll status cannot attack units marked with only one type. That means either Earth or space. They can only move to Earth and space to attack. That means I can't attack my opponent in space with a unit marked Earth, and I can't attack them in Earth with a unit only marked for space. Units with base or fortress in their name types can defend, and you can arrange a unit into a squad. Now a squad, to give you a quick example, a squad is where you move your units into a vertical line and you declare that I'm moving these units to a squad. That's all you have to do. If I want to take these 3 units, I have to go, I'm organizing a squad, and this is the lead unit. That's a squad. Ooh, sorry about that. This is the lead unit, and that's the squad. Now, what does a squad do for a unit? Well, it increases defense and it increases its attacking points. Remember earlier when I talked about the 3 values in the cards? It's the shooting, the striking, and the defense. When you organize a unit into a squad, the unit striking points goes to the lead unit in the squad's striking points. The shooting points go to the striking points. That means since these guys are organized in a squad, he would get 0 boost from this GM and a 1 boost from the Gundam, bringing his grand attacking points up to 3. This will give you a basic example, if you can see. Alright? And that's all you have to do to move your units into a squad. And at the end of battle, you bring them back and you can rearrange them however you need to. I believe so. Now, when you're attacking, you have to order a sortie. And order a sortie basically means telling that you're declaring a squad and move them to Earth and to space to attack. And make sure that they can all go into matching areas. Just because I have a unit that says space in it and I put an Earth unit with it in a squad, that doesn't mean magically they can all move to Earth and to space. No, they have to all have matching terrain. They have to all be able to go to matching areas to attack or defend. And both players, the defender then moves his units or chooses to move his units to defend or stop the attack. And then both players have to resolve the battle. And as all this is going on, some cards have effects that can be activated at certain times. And you have to be mindful to activate their effects, just like in a card game. So we're going to do an example of a basic battle. So let's say I'm attacking my opponent. And I have the new Gundam, and I'm moving it to space to attack. My opponent chooses to declare no defenders. So that means the attack is successful, it goes through. The new Gundam by itself has 5 striking points, so that means my opponent takes 5 damage to their nation pile, and they move 5 cards from the top of their nation pile to the discard pile. That's pretty simple. Let's say, for example, my opponent chooses to move 1 card to defend. So we have the new Gundam versus the Strike Gundam. And it's just basic. We're not looking at card effects right now. We're just looking at basic battling, striking, and shooting points. The new Gundam has 5 striking points, and the Strike Gundam has 5 defense points. They both deal 5 damage to each other. They're both destroyed, and they both go to the junkyard and face up status. But let's say I have a Strike Gundam, and I have a GM. Its striking points is 5. Its striking points is 2. Its defense points is 5. Its defense points are 2. They battle. He has 5 attack points, so he deals 2 to his defense points. He has 2 striking points. He deals 2 to his 5 defense points. He's destroyed, but he now has 2 damage on him that will stay on him to the end or the resolution of the battle. Another example, let's look at a squad example. We have the Freedom Gundam here, who has 6 striking points and 6 defense points. And let's move the Gundam and the Jigan to a squad to defend against the Freedom Gundam. So again, remember, when the lead unit in the squad gets the striking points of the units behind it added to its shooting points added to its strike points. So he has 3 striking points. This has 1 shooting point. The 1 shooting point is carried over to the Gundam's striking points, bringing its total to 4. So this has a total of 4 striking points. So they battle, and only the lead unit in the squad is doing damage. They battle. He has 6. He has 3 defense. The 3 to his striking carries over. He's destroyed because his striking points is greater than his defense points. He still has 3 striking points to deal out, and he has 3 defense points. So because he has 3 defense points, he is also in turn destroyed. But because they had a total again of 4 striking points, he now has 4 damage counters on him that will stay on him until the resolution and end of the battle. Any damage that a unit or a squad do to each other, they trickle down and carry over to the next unit until you finish resolving the battle and the steps. So let's give you another example. Let's take that same situation. So again, they're in a squad, but because the GM here has 0 shooting points, that only brings the total striking points up to 4. So they battle again. The Freedom Gundam deals its 3 to here, he's destroyed. It deals the remaining 3 to him, he's destroyed, but it has no other damage to deal out, so the GM is left untouched, and at the end of battle, instead of being destroyed, it returns back to the stationary, to the defender. Another important thing to remember is units that are in roll status, when they're moved to a squad, their points are treated as 0. That means they'll have no value. And again, when you move units to attack or defend, you have to be mindful to read the card and apply card effects, because some cards have effects that happen when they move to Earth or space to battle. Some have effects that prevent other cards from taking effect damage. Some have effects that could put a unit in roll status and negate its values altogether. You just have to be mindful to read the cards and apply their effects. But like I said, this is just a basic quick overview of the battle, and my dog is barking. This is a basic quick overview of the battle phase, just to give you a small idea of what we were doing in those 3 games we put on the channel. And again, we're going to be bringing you a few more Gundam videos. I just wanted to give a quick update, let you know that I am still doing the videos, and that more should be coming soon as I'm getting around to doing them, but I've been really busy lately. But you know, that's understandable this time of year. So if you have any questions or comments, if you want to know more, please feel free to leave them below. And I think the next video I'll be looking at a little more in-depth of character cards and how character cards affect units in battle and while they're in play. So again, this has been Prime Gundam with Gundam War. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next round.